Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be kind of walking through the Tulalit project and how our cost codes have been established for your productive labor. This is a fairly common situation that we get in on every job. We set them up for your JCA, which is your cost coding system. So we're just going to walk you through the cost codes that have been established for your job and how to use those. This is also part of a project training video. Feel free to use it as much as you wish. And we also have some classes related to this if you ever decide you want to take it. And this is a AECM, which is the Academy of Electrical Construction Management video. And it ties into Project Engineering 210, which is setting up your project. Now, the first thing we're going to get into is labor management of the JCA cost codes. And for each project that Sturgeon Electric gets involved with, we end up establishing a set of labor codes for many different reasons. Of course, the first priority is make sure you guys get paid on time and that the hours that you worked are correct, because with thousands and thousands of electricians working for us across the United States, that's a pretty big task. So we want to make sure these cost codes get you guys paid properly and on time. The next thing we're interested in is that we need to know the time expended on each project is accurately recorded so that when our clients come to us and ask us, why did this cost so much, or what's happening in this in regards to their project, we're able to show them where the cost actually was for the labor you've extended. And then thirdly, using cost codes that are tied to the project schedule, we're able to make sure that our projects are completed on time and within budget. So for this project, it's a very simple process. And what we've done is we've set up a set of labor cost codes that match the activities or work that to be performed that are coordinated within your general contractor's schedule. And you've probably seen the bar charts and the 3-week look aheads and that kind of stuff. Every one of your cost codes is going to tie directly into that schedule. So you kind of have a feel of where, not only where you're spending the labor, but where the project is as far as completion and other subcontractors work and that type of things. And on this project, there's only a series of 11 cost codes for the work required. And because we're mainly doing a restoration and a remodel of the interior rooms, we don't have the myriad of codes that you would have when you're installing distribution, indoor, outdoor lighting, parking lots, all that type of stuff. So really, it's quite simple. We have 11 cost codes. And then what we have is each floor, there are 2 quadrants so that the general contractors establish. So the cost codes apply to each quadrant independently. So one quadrant is one side of the building in a series of rooms 1 through 20, and the other side is 22 through 40 something. And so it just matters which side you're on. So if you're on the 9th floor, you need to know if you're on the left quadrant or the right quadrant. And the general contractor has developed a set of sequences that apply to each phase of work. So each floor has a left and right-handed sequence. So when you go to the 9th floor, you're going to see a sequence 3 for one series of rooms, then a sequence 4 for the other side of the rooms. So there are only 2 sequences per floor, though. That's the only thing you need to remember is when you go up the 9th floor, am I on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, and what's the right sequence number for it? So from there, we move into, we can kind of see it a little bit better here. When we're on the 9th floor, phase 2 was broken out because it's 2 floors into 4 sequences. So on the 10th floor, you would be on sequence 1 if you were in rooms 22 through 42. And you would be in sequence 2 if you're in rooms 1 through 20. So, and those relate to which side of the building you're on as you walk out of the elevator core. And then you can see they added 3 and 4 because it's all part of phase 2. So, and we have a phase 3, a phase 4, and a phase 5. So they'll all follow the same sequence as you go down. So that's pretty simple. You know that you have a 9th floor and that you're moving down, you're in sequence 3, and then we move to our cost codes. And so you can see 9th floor, sequence 3, labor cost code 991, which we've established as demolition. So we have and that's where your 11 codes fall in. And let's just go ahead and look at these 11 codes. You have each one of these codes are related to the work that needs to be done on that project. So you would go back to here, and let's say we were doing prefab, we were roughing in prefab, or actually let's just do head walls. That's a good one. 1112. So we would go back up here. We're on the 9th floor. We're in sequence number 3, and then that would be a 112, and that would be roughing head walls. So you can see how easy it really is. You just got a floor, a sequence, and then your cost codes. And these are labor cost codes. So with all that said, the task of turning in your time is really a matter of knowing what floor you're working on, which side of the building the work is being performed on, and then the type of work. So just as we did a second ago, we were on the 9th floor, which would begin the cost code with a 9, followed by which side of the building you were working on, which in this case was sequence number 3, and then the work code, which was roughing in of media walls, which is 113. So your cost code is 93113. And that's really how simple it's going to be. And we have another video that's going to show you a little bit of how the scheduling works, because we can now take that information that you give us in the way of your time and apply it to the schedule so that we can accurately determine the labor force resources that we're going to need, as well as being able to predict problems before they actually occur. You know, and so let's say, for instance, one activity starts getting delayed and you're not able to start it on time. At least we'll be able to tell that and figure out a workaround to make sure that it doesn't impact us and all the other people on the project. So just review this video whenever you have a problem with your timekeeping. And if you have further problems, just contact your general foreman or project manager. So really, it's a really tight and very simple process for you guys to do your time, and we hope this helps. Thank you very much.